Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly reading. This one will be for the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you're the last read, so I don't have to shuffle the cards. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If the reading doesn't resonate, make sure you check out other aspects of your natal chart. You can do that by Googling natal chart and just putting in your birth details. Especially watch your moon, your rising or your Venus, your rising or your ascendant, and your Venus if it's love that you're looking for. If the reading does resonate with you, I'd very much appreciate getting a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would love to have you on board. If you're interested in me, the classes I'm running, personal readings, or donating to the channel, all the information is below. I'm running the classes till the end of August, and then I'm going to perhaps do something very different for September. Just feeling out the water here and just seeing what people want and what has been, very successful. The tarot classes have been extremely successful. I've only been doing the beginners class, so I'm thinking of now offering that as possibly a half-day class and going through a lot more and giving people a chance to read for each other. We do them via Zoom and they are a lot of fun, so had good feedback on those. I'm going to use the Pagan Tarot for your reading here, which is of course one of my favorites, and please remember the readings are only general. They do flip-flop a little bit. Sometimes they can be completely like a personal reading, and other times they can be completely the other person's story, so you have to be very open-minded. Alrighty, we have the Four of Swords coming out. Now the Four of Swords is a card of rest and recuperation and healing. It can sometimes be that we need to take time out to really spend on ourselves, really look deep inside, understand who we are and where we want to go. It's that whole feeling of, what do I want in my life? How do I move forward? What sort of things do I want to look for? That type of energy. Okay, so behind that we have the Seven of Wands. Now the Seven of Wands comes up all the time lately in the readings, and it's very much against fighting against what the universe is offering. Fighting against your destiny, fighting to save something, fighting, hanging on, being defensive. But sometimes we do that even though something is presented to us that what we want. And for this sort of combination of cards, this is like, you're resisting some sort of change in your life here by not really paying attention, maybe going into a little bit of a denial about it. But there's some sort of change that wants to come through that you do not want to make a decision on. You do not want to either even entertain this. You are trying to fight to not have to make the decision, and the universe is saying this decision needs to be made. The Two of Swords is a decision that sometimes can have us sort of in a bit of a stalemate because we don't want to say yes or no. We just want to sort of ignore it and move on, but this can't be ignored. Okay, so we have the Empress here. So for some of you, this feels very much like, wow. Okay, this very much feels like you're moving on from something here, but I'm going to get some more information. For some of you, I have this really strong feeling that maybe you've been trying to make a decision around having a child. Maybe you've had difficulty falling pregnant or not been able to conceive, and now you have to make a decision on whether you bring in other means to try and get this to happen. So I guess you're talking IVF, that type of thing. I feel like here you're ready to birth something new. So whatever this is, if it's not about childbirth, there's something here that you want to bring into the world. You may want to get a business off the ground. For this reason, you just keep fighting against what you know is right for you. So maybe it's about closing something down to move on to the next stage of life, and you're stuck in a soulmate situation, or a situation where you don't really want to let go of something, but you have to move forward. The universe is pushing you. We have the Two of Wands, which means that you need to take a different path now. You can't really stay where you were. This is about you moving in a completely different direction. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. So for some of you, you may be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, but I feel that this is your energy. I feel that there is something that you need to move forward on, something that you need to let go of in order to move forward. But this sort of feeling here that you don't want to really make that decision, that you're fighting against what you need to be doing. Let's see what it's all about. Okay, so we have the King of Wands coming through. Now, the King of Wands can represent a business owner. He can be a boss. He can represent Leo, Sag, or Aries. This could be your energy. It could be that you are trying to sort of take on this idea of leadership in your life, that you are trying to understand how to lead yourself forward. Very strong feeling here that you are looking for this energy, though. I don't think you've achieved this yet. I think this is what you're looking for. This sort of feeling that you want to take charge, but you're not able to really, you're not letting go of something to take charge of something. So it's like you've got yourself in this stuck position here. So let's have a good look. You're stuck. You are stuck between like a rock and a hard place. It's like, I need to make this decision, but I need to take on this sort of, you know, leadership ability. I need to know what I need to do. And maybe that's why you're taking time out, because you're trying to fight against the answers that are being brought to you by the universe. There's a real conflict within you here. Okay, for some of you, it may be about leaving a relationship, or maybe even going into a relationship. Okay, there we go. There's the air sign again. Somebody may have asked you to move forward in a relationship, and maybe you're on the fence about whether you want this or not. If you're on the fence with something, I always think if you're not sure, don't even progress it. Ask for time out, because if you're sitting on the fence like you look like you here, like you are, then you can't really go through. Somebody could have asked you to marry them. Somebody could ask you to marry them, and perhaps you're very comfortable with the way things are at the moment and you don't want to take that next step. It's a very strong feeling that you're stuck. It's almost like you have some sort of offer, some sort of opportunity, something you want to do, but you're doing Switzerland. Both sides of the coin are exactly the same. And rather than accept one or the other, you're staying stuck in the middle. I don't think it's sort of like, I don't think it's intentional. I feel that you see both sides of the story. It's like, you know, you may be really in love with this person but not want marriage. They may want marriage. You may want children. They may not want children. It's sort of like you are stuck in this element of damned if I do, damned if I don't. I want this, they want that. If I say no to it, or will they leave? You know, that sort of energy. And I feel like here you are really stuck. Okay, so we have the Hermit card coming through. So this very strong feeling here that you need to really take time out and decide what you want. Because I feel like it's like maybe you really don't understand what you want, and you're trying to perhaps either please the other person or not lose the other person. And you're neglecting the fact that this is your decision here. So if it's not something you want, you don't have to say yes to it. But a lot of the time we're worried about, you know, losing a relationship or messing something up, and it's not the point. You have to do what's right for you, and this is where you're having a problem. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands coming through. A lot of Wands energy, a lot of Swords energy. Okay, Five of Swords, walking away. Ace of Wands, having a new start. I feel like whatever this is, you're going to choose to move away from this energy. And it may be very, very difficult for you, but I don't feel that whatever you're being offered here or whatever you're being asked to do is what you want. I think you're just going to give up on it completely. I feel this is going to bring about a new start for you, and I do think you're walking down a slightly different path because of it. But I also feel that that was your destiny and that was your choice and the way you wanted to go. But I don't think that what you're being offered here really sits right with you. I don't think it's what you want. Okay, so we have the Magician coming through. with the Lovers. You're making a choice to walk away from something here for sure with the Five of Pentacles. Okay, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very sad for you, but I feel that here with the Magician and the Lovers that you're making a choice that's best for you here. There's a whole new start for you. Whatever this is, I feel that you're just cutting your losses and moving forward. And it's a good move. I feel that whatever this is, no matter what you're walking away from or leaving behind, you have the capacity to rebuild. You're not completely losing here. So let's have a look again. So we have the Four of Swords coming through, talking of rest, recuperation, trying to make some sort of decision here, but almost fighting against the decision. You know that no matter which way you go, someone's going to get hurt and it's going to be very difficult. So you're avoiding it. You're avoiding it big time. I do think with the Empress here, you're ready to birth something new, but whatever's being offered here, quite possibly with this new pathway on this new way of going, is not really sitting with what you want. It's like you're looking at it thinking it's a really, really good opportunity, but I'm really not sure if it's sort of right for me. And I do think that you're resisting making a decision, and I do think that you will take time out. You will make a decision and you will choose to go your own direction, whatever this is. There's a lot of choice here. Okay, so the High Priestess just jumped out on me. So I feel like you're really using your intuition here, really going inside with this Hermit card and making a decision on what you think is right for you. The Magician and the Lovers talk about, you know, having the capacity to open up a new path for yourself and go in a completely different direction. And I feel this is what you're going to do. Whatever this decision is for you, you're going to make your mind up to do what's right for you. And that's what really counts. So let's just have a look at the Oracle card. You always do what's right for you, even if you consider other people's situations, consider what's going on. If you do what's right for someone else, you're going to have regrets about that because it won't sit with you. It will play with your head. It will play with your heart. So yeah, it's not about not considering the other person, but it's still making the decision that's right for you. Yeah. So we have the Queen of the Light coming through, which is about illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. Card 15. So this is the illumination you're going to get here. Something's going to be shown to you. What did I say, card 15? Okay, so the Queen of the Light is a beautiful ally and comes into your life to herald success in all of your ventures. She illuminates the most important steps on your path and reminds you of your own brilliance. You're intelligent and inspired, and all of your needs will be met. Remember that you are the instrument of the divine shining through you in this world. You are on the correct path for your highest good. The Queen also brings you insight into how you manifest your reality in the most miraculous ways. She promises that you'll be shown the next right action and celebrates this as you stand brilliant, joyful, and enlightened in the present time. You've worked hard to come this far. You can be proud to stand tall in your conviction that in your heart of hearts you know the truth of your situation. Rewards for your perseverance and willingness to learn are on their way. Gratitude and acceptance are key today. So you will definitely make the right decision based in what you think or know is right for you. You're using your intuition here, which is really important. Have a great week, Sagittarius.